Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited about today's video. I will be sharing with you our homeschool summer plans. It has been a little while since I've made a homeschool themed video. I usually make a few curriculum haul videos for each upcoming school year, and I'll be doing that soon. If you haven't watched any of my past homeschool videos, I will link them below. Today I'm sharing with you our plans for summer. This summer will be a little bit different than the summers past because we will be taking a little bit of a break, but I am introducing more of summer baskets. So I don't really want to call it summer school because it'll be much lighter than what we do in the school year, but we will still be doing our take of year-round homeschooling with a lighter load for the summer. In the past, we have taken summers off, and I find that that is really fun, but also kids sometimes lose a little bit of what they've learned from the previous year over the summer if they're not still practicing some of those skills. And so for us this year, I have created summer baskets for the children where we will be focusing on math, handwriting, and some language arts in a very small scale, but over the summer to help keep those skills sharp. Now we will be taking a little bit of a summer break starting in June. We'll take a couple weeks just completely off just to really feel like a breather. But even last year, my kids were asking to do school again by July. They really like having that structure in the day. And to be honest, we're home during the day. The day is long. It is long. And so even having a morning basket where you're doing 15, 20 minutes of work a day is really not that much. And then you have the rest of the day to play. But just those few minutes of doing some math, some handwriting practice really keeps those skills sharp and helps them just continue with what they've learned from the year prior into the next year. Okay, so let's dive into our summer homeschool plans. First, I'm going to start with our morning basket. We do a morning basket already, and so it's part of our rhythm when we start our school day. The very first thing we do the Pledge of Allegiance, we pray for our school day, and then we do our morning basket, and it really helps have that rhythm of this is how we start the day. So a few of the things in here will be a continuation on for what we're currently doing, but there's a few new things for summer. So the first is this book, which I got. We've never read this before. It is a word of the day book, and I thought this would just be really fun to have a word of the day, to really introduce some new words, and every page has the date. So when we start this in the summer, we'll just jump ahead to summer, and then we can easily continue this through the fall because it has 366 elevating utterances to stretch your cranium and tickle your humerus. So I just think this will be fun. We can introduce some new words. We are currently reading through the ology right now, and we probably will still have a ways to go when summer begins. So this is a book we're currently reading that we will continue in through summertime. I really love this book. It's The Ology, Ancient Truths Ever New. And it says, deep truth simply told, this beautifully illustrated storybook ushers children into a story of adventure, mystery, and wonder in which they discover life-changing truths about God, themselves, and the world around them. So we are enjoying reading this book. We also are going to read some stories from the Children's Book of Virtues. And then I like to read poetry every single day. So we have actually already read through A Child's Garden of Verses. We did this in the fall, but we're going to circle back through and read this again this summer because there's so many great poems. I love the art in this book. We love Robert Louis Stevenson and Tasha Tudor. I mean, what a combo. And so we will be reading through these poems again this summer. And then for fun, because Mother Goose is just fun, we're going to be going back and visiting Mother Goose and reading some nursery rhymes. So that'll be our simple morning basket for summertime. Also in our morning basket are these character cards. I've shared these before with you in past videos. We've used them for years and I really love them. Each card focuses on a different character trait with a short description of that character trait, I can statements for how you can implement that character trait, and a Bible verse. And we like to focus on one character trait a week. We love these, and I will add the link for these character cards in the video description box below. Okay, I have a lot of baskets going here. I really like to organize our school by baskets. So I'm going to move that off to the side and start with these. So these are the kids' summer baskets. We'll keep these out on our dining room table, and these will be their workbooks for their small amount of what I call table work during summer. So let's go through each. This is my son's. First, we have the Go for the Code. Now, there are multiple Go for the Codes, A, B, and C, which focus on different letters. This is a great book for language arts and to focus on phonics. I really love that every few pages has a different letter focus and then little activities to practice letter sounds, beginning letter sounds. And I really like to send this book with my son to my mother-in-law's because my mother-in-law does watch our kids 2 mornings a week, and that's when I'm able to block some time aside to do my job. And so I do like to send some educational resources that they can work on there. So this will be the only thing that I'll be sending with him to my mother-in-law's, and he'll just do 2, maybe 3 pages a day with this at my mother-in-law's. The rest are things that he'll do at home. So we also have this phonics book, and this year he just finished pre-K. Well, he will be finishing pre-K, and then he'll be starting kindergarten in the fall. And so what I love about this book that I got is it will just continue to help reinforce what he's learned in his pre-K year, which our focus was letter recognition, so learning all the letters of the alphabet, uppercase, lowercase, and also letter sounds. And then he's started to do letter blends. He really wants to learn how to read. And so he's really trying to learn how to blend sounds together to make words. And so this is just a great workbook to help continue with his letter knowledge and his letter sound knowledge. This will be my son's handwriting book. And this is really a really simple, easy handwriting book. But again, just a great way to reinforce letter knowledge and confidence and work on handwriting. And then lastly, for my son will be math. We have gone through actually a lot of different math programs because my son really loves math. In his pre-K year, he went through 2 pre-K math books and 1 kindergarten math book. From Singapore Math Dimensions, because their math programs are like 2 books per year. So for the pre-K year, there was 2 books. That's why he went through those 2, an A and a B, and he completed those. And then he did book A for kindergarten. And then we kind of have introduced a lot more like manipulatives and kind of hands-on math learning. And then I've heard really good things about math with confidence as well. So this is the kindergarten book. And I thought that this would be, I know that based on what's in here, this will be simple for him, but also some elements will be a little bit challenging. And so I thought this would be really good for his math book for this summer. Again, just to keep those math skills sharp. Okay, so next my daughter has her summer basket. This is her handwriting book. It is from Dash Into Learning. We love Dash Into Learning because they have so many great learning resources. I have a code for Dash Into Learning because I'm an affiliate for them, which I will link below, and a link. So if you want to get anything from Dash Into Learning and you get a discount, you can. All of their early reader books are phenomenal. I use those to teach my kids how to read. And then I also love the handwriting. So my daughter's gone through book 1, and this is book 2. What I love about book 2 and what makes it different is there's a lot of introduction of sight words. So practicing sight words, which is really important for just learning how to spell sight words and that repetition and that just like memorization of the sight words. So there's, reading the sight word, but also practicing how to write the sight words. And then what Dash Into Learning does a really good job of is they just really break it up. It's not, every page is not exactly the same. On some pages, you're doing some coloring. On other pages, you're tracing some lines to finish a picture. And so there's just a lot of different activities to do within these handwriting books because handwriting can be a little monotonous and repetitive and to be honest, sometimes just not as fun as other activities, but a book like this keeps it really fun for kids. So this is my daughter's handwriting book for summer. So next, this is my daughter's math book for summer. This is actually a really long book, so I don't expect her to completely go through this summer. I think that would be a lot, but she's just gonna get started on it and we'll see how far we can go. But she has been using Math UC for her kindergarten and her first grade, and we love the Matthew C programs. But what I like about this book is that it does introduce some things. Matthew C is starting to introduce more time and money education, like money math. But what I really like about this book is there's a lot of, she's been working on addition and subtraction this year, but there's a lot of work for money and reading clocks and time in this book as well, which I know are areas that she can work on. And so I'm excited to introduce this math book as her summer math book, and then we'll just see however far she gets. We may just continue with this into early fall, and once she finishes this, then we'll move on to the next Matthew C book for second grade, because she'll be in second grade next year. Okay, for language arts for my daughter, she has one workbook and then a bunch of reading, and I'm really excited to share with you the reading basket I have. But similar to my son, so this is, as you can see, they're very similar. There is the Go for the Code workbooks, and this is for younger years, and then there's the Explode the Code, which is for kind of the next level for upper years, once you master things and go for the code. And again, these are just great workbooks for practicing reading, writing, blending sounds together. And this also will be the workbook I send with my daughter when my mother-in-law, who we're so like blessed and grateful that she watches our kids 2 mornings a week. And so in the summer, they'll each just take their language arts workbook to her house and do a couple pages. And then, they spend the rest of the day gardening and playing in the yard and all the fun things that kids do on the mornings that they're there. So now let me share with you the reading basket for summer I've put together for my daughter. Okay, so every summer, we love to do a 100 book reading challenge. This will be, I think, the 3rd summer. So I guess not every summer. This will be the 3rd summer that we will be implementing it. And I created like a little PDF that we print out, and we put a sticker on all the books. And when we get to 100 books, we do something fun. So our first year, we went to the bookstore and she got to pick out a new book. The second year, she really wanted a blue basketball. So after she read 100 books, last summer, she got a blue basketball, and we haven't decided yet what it's going to be for this year. So the 100 book challenge can be reading 100 different books, which is a lot, or reading just 100 books. So if for example, she would have an early reader, and let's say she read that early reader 3 times in a row, or she read it and then read a different book and came back and read it. Like, you could read the same book over and over, and each time you read it, it counts on your reading log. And so she basically read books, 100 different, not 100 different books, but she read 100 times of the book she read. Does that make sense? But I will link below a PDF where you can download our summer reading log that I made for free if you want to do something similar with your kids. So this summer, I've put together a basket. This is the first time I've done this. In the past, I've gone around the house, and I'm going to do that also, but in the past I've just gone around the house and found some books that I knew she could read, or mostly because she was younger, she was really focusing on a lot of those more like really early reader, like the Bob books and our Dash into Learning early readers, which I should get those out to share with you, because there are the stage 3 version of that, which she will probably use in her second grade year. So I will be sharing those in a future video. But for summer, these are the books that I have picked for her. And I'm not going to talk about each one specifically, but I will share with you the themes. Okay, so what do we have first? Okay, so first I thought that this was really fun. It's called Pony Scouts, and I just got a number of these because my daughter, she's not currently horseback riding, but she's ridden horses on and off for years, and she loves horse riding. And so these are for reading level 2, and I just thought that these were really simple, sweet, fun stories. It's important to me with reading that the stories are wholesome, they show kindness or a good moral, but also they're fun. Like, the stories are fun. Maybe there's a little mystery, or they're interesting, or they make the kids laugh. Something like that makes it not just like a bland book, like Sally went to the seashore, like something that's exciting. It's a page turner. So these all looked really fun. I'm excited about these for her. These also, I think there's some different ones in the back here. These are also new for us. It's like the Marley series about a dog. We got a dog a year ago. And so it's just really fun to be able to relate to the silly craziness of a dog. And so this looks like a really cute, fun series also. And then there's a lot in this whole series, the I Can Read series. I just picked these two extra ones out. One is about Jane Goodall and one's Katie Fry Private Eye. My kids are really into like little detective mystery stories right now, so those are fun. And then these are other little box sets. So this is a phonics reader. This is from Usborne, and there's a bunch of just different little readers in this box set. So that's really fun. So the last box set that I have in her summer reading basket is this Billy and Blaze collection. I've heard really good things about these. We haven't read them yet, but like I said, I've heard great things about them. I like that it's very approachable. There's not a lot of words on each page. There's great illustrations on the pages as well. So I've heard really good things about these stories. There's quite a few in this box set, and so I'm excited to listen to her read these books and see what they are all about. Okay, so I have some more books to share with you, but first as a little recap, we will have our morning basket, and then the kids will each have a summer basket that they will work on reading, handwriting, and a little bit of math, and they will likely do that. It's not going to be super strict because it's summertime, but ideally it would be great if we did that 4 or 5 days a week, but of course it's summer, so we'll do the best that we can. But I do know that having that structure and that rhythm where we do our table work in the morning and then we just spend the rest of the day doing fun summer things, it just really is grounding and a good foundation for the day and helps keep, again, those skills sharp that they learned from the year prior as they move into the next year. So we read a lot in this family. We're big readers and we're always reading picture books. We always have 1 or 2 chapter books going. So I don't actually have our chapter book list to share with you for the summer because I don't know what we will be reading by summertime. We have quite a few chapter books we're reading right now. Sometimes we go through them really fast. Sometimes some chapter books, we'll read them in a day or 2 because the kids love the story so much and I think this chapter book is going to be our book for the month, and then we read it really quickly. So if you follow me on Instagram, I do often share books that we're loving on Instagram, and I might make another video just sharing a lot of our favorite chapter books because I love books and I love getting inspiration for books. So if you're like a book lover too, you might enjoy that video. But we will this summer just be continuing with the theme of always having a chapter book going. In addition to going to the library, we go to the library once a week, almost every week, and pick out lots of picture books. Books are just a big part of our life. So this is a series of books that I got that we will likely start this summer and continue on into next school year. And this is a book series that really helps with emotions, behavior, feelings. For example, this book is called Cool Down and Work Through Anger. And I feel like we all need these kind of books. No matter what age you are, it's good to be reminded of skills and habits to be able to manage our emotions and feelings in a healthy way and to learn how to communicate in a way that's kind with others. And especially when we're young, because it's hard to know how to label our emotions and feelings and what to do with all those big feelings. So we're going to start with this book series, and maybe we'll read 1 book a week, and then we'll just probably reread them because this is good stuff, and continue this book series through the fall. I also have 2 other books that are sensitive topics that I will be reading to my children this summer. The first is this book called God Made All of Me, a book to help children protect their bodies. And my kids are homeschooled. They're with me quite a bit. We do go to church. They are part of a homeschool co-op. They are in a little bit of activities. I'm usually there and I'm around, but this is information that we all need to know for just learning about what's appropriate, what's not appropriate behavior, learning about consent in terms of our bodies. So this will be a really good book to teach them why their bodies matter, to teach them about consent and really what is appropriate and what is not appropriate behavior. This is another sensitive topic, but just really important, and that is good pictures, bad pictures. And simply put, it's just a very important topic because, for example, in our home, we really do try to limit and be mindful of screen time use. If they're watching a show, I'm always here. I'm aware of what they're watching. But we are in a digital age, and I'm even noticing that my children, while they don't have smartphones, they'll be at the park, and children who are years ahead of them, other children who are there, may have a smartphone. And so it's starting to bring up these conversations, unfortunately, about phones and what can be on phones. And so it's never really in a way too early to be able to have these conversations in a way that's appropriate for their age, that they can grasp and understand, to really kind of plant the seeds of this information and then build upon it, instead of having like one big talk about some of these really important conversations and that be the end all be all, to really make sure that we're introducing these conversations in a way that's very approachable and comfortable with kids, so that they feel comfortable talking to you about it, to me about it as the parent. And that as they continue to get older and they understand more, then you have already laid a foundation of some of these topics that you can continue to talk about and build upon as they get older and older. So this is a book on good pictures, bad pictures, a simple plan to protect young minds, and really helping kids to learn like what is a good picture, what is a bad picture, and what do you do if you accidentally see a bad picture, and how to handle that situation when you're a young child. So these are two books that, again, more sensitive topics, sometimes can be uncomfortable for parents to talk about, but also really important as kids are getting older. My kids will be in kindergarten and second grade next year, so we'll be reading these books this summer. Okay, friends, so that is my summer homeschool plans video. I hope it gave you some inspiration of what you can do to continue just the lifelong learning in your home this summer, and also some book ideas. We have been homeschooling for, let's see, we started, my daughter was in pre-K, preschool. So preschool, pre-K, kindergarten, first grade. So we've been homeschooling for 4 years. And this next year will be our 5th year of homeschooling, and we continue to just love it. And every year it gets better and better. There's just so much to learn together and so much to explore together. And it's really just a joy and a blessing to be able to be a homeschool family. And I love being able to create these videos and share them with you. And I hope that in some way this video has blessed you today with just some ideas that can enrich your home and your family and your life. So I'm always so grateful when you spend the time to watch my video. So thank you so much, and I hope you have a great day. Have a wonderful summer. And the next videos coming up will be my homeschool curriculum hauls for kindergarten and for second grade for our upcoming school year, if you'd like to watch those. And if you haven't seen any of my past homeschool videos, I'll link them below. Thank you again for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.